School officials in Indiana are investigating students after a picture posted on social media showed a great many of those students doing a Nazi salute. Now, the photo, which I'm going to show you here, basically, look, we'll take a look at it, right? So this photo was taken at the high school and posted to Instagram. Now, that is fairly problematic. You can see quite a few of them are making Nazi salutes. Yeah. So you'll wonder why that's a problem, right? Now, in the email, Zionsville Superintendent Scott Robertson said a concerned student sent the photo to a teacher who then sent it to him. He said the photograph is, quote, sickening to him and beyond offensive to student staff's parents, extended family members, and to an inestimable number of people in the wider world. Well, that he's right. He said, our school's community efforts to foster cultural understanding will proceed, though they are set back mightily by this repugnant image. Now, along with showing, of course, these 10 students giving the Nazi salute, you can see also that they are wearing, most of the students at least, are wearing the upper half of a soccer uniform. Now, apparently, that indoor soccer team is called the Rumbling Bumblers. That is an appropriate nickname or team name because they just literally bumbled into this. Now, Fox 59 reports the caption with the Instagram photo that said, Rumblin' Bumblers isn't just an indoor soccer team, we're a cultural phenomenon. A phenomenon? No, I don't think so. I mean, hey, if you wanted to get famous, I guess that this is the closest that you're going to get, but you're going to get famous as being Nazis. Hey, you realize that being a Nazi is not something to be proud of. There is a reason that real fucking Americans beat the shit out of Nazis in World War II, right? You guys realize that, right? That it's not cool? But let's give you more information about that supposed team. Now, Indy Star has confirmed that the Rumblin' Bumblers is a soccer team that played at Off the Wall Sports, an indoor soccer facility in Carmel, Indiana. Now, the team is also mentioned in the 2018 edition of the Zionsville Community High School Yearbook, though it does not appear that the team is affiliated with the school. Not directly, anyway. Now, a Weebly website that appeared to be a page for the Rumblin' Bumblers soccer team, according to the Indy Star, was taken down Friday morning. Before it was removed, the site referenced multiple nicknames for its players. One nickname was, quote, Judenschlau, which means, apparently, clever Jew in German. Now, I've got some German viewers here who might be able to verify that. But wow. Now, a second referenced an infamous hazing incident in Carmel, Indianapolis. Another nickname was Albert Fish, who was an infamous child rapist, serial killer, and cannibal. Well, hey, these sound like some real nice, well-rounded kids. Now, the website also apparently used racist language and alluded to having forcible sex with the other team. Now, look, to be fair, in gaming parlance and younger, I guess the younger generation, we happen to use that word quite a bit. It's wrong. It's incredibly hurtful. It's deeply misogynistic, right? But it was used as a way to describe beating another team. So I don't want to give them credit, but, and I'm not like giving them actual credit because that's horrible, but that may not have been actually used or the way that this is hard to explain because it's not used in the way that I think it's being interpreted as being used. Again, it's beating another team, but you should never, ever absolutely use that language. So that's horrible, right? And again, deeply misogynistic and something that is 100% unacceptable to use. So, and that's just alongside the deeply horrible racist language that was used on this website. So, but anyway, now here's the thing, right? There's more. This is not the first time this team was caught doing this, right? In a photo posted to Google Plus back in 2014, a different set of students in Rumblin' Bumblers uniforms appears in the same location within Zionsville Community High School. One appears to give a Nazi salute. So that's, again, not the first time, and this is bad. Now, this is also not the first incident that happened in Indianapolis or Indiana itself. In 2016, students at Cathedral High School in Indianapolis were photographed holding a German flag and using the Nazi salute. In July, Carmel police arrested a 20-year-old Cloverdale man for spray painting a pair of Nazi flags and an iron cross on a synagogue's property. On Martin Luther King Day Jr. in 2018, Noblesville School said it was addressing the issue after a high school student was identified in a video on social media yelling profanities and racial slurs while wearing a Nazi flag. In September, Hamilton Southeastern Schools responded to a viral social media post that depicted a white student wearing blackface to make fun of a black student. Now, notice how this is primarily young people. Young people. So, jeez, man. What is going on with young people in Indiana? You know what I think? I think all these white families, man, these white kids just don't have a proper parental system in place. Or it's the culture. It's got to be white culture. No, I'm kidding, of course. Look, whenever there's something that happens in the black community, or like violence or anything like that, here you have people like, or had people like Bill O'Reilly saying, oh, it's a cultural problem. What I see here is, I guess, for some subset of people in, of people in America, there is this deep racism and misogyny that's going on, and it's deeply misogynistic. It is a big, big problem. So, I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on here, but you've got Nazis popping up, not just, of course, in Indiana, and racists. No, it's happening all over the country. And so this is a big, big problem, right? What is going on here? What the hell? I mean, look, if you're going to cosplay loser fascists, that's not cool. And that's exactly what Nazis are. So I don't understand the appeal, but there is white supremacy going on here. And whether or not they realize how hurtful and hateful it is hurtful, it is hateful, and it's not cool. And what needs to happen is these kids need to be educated. These people need to know why people don't like Nazis and why dressing up as them, or, doing their salutes, or holding their flags, or spray painting swastikas is a terrible thing to do. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent, progressive media.